This is lesson 17 homework on the back. Again, today's objective was to estimate sums by rounding and apply to solve measurement word problems. Number 2, Dina reads for 361 minutes during week 1 of her school's 2-week-long readathon. She reads for 212 minutes during week 2 of the readathon. Estimate the total amount of time Dina reads during the readathon by rounding. So I'm going to start with 361 minutes, and I'm going to round to the nearest 100. So over here, I'm going to draw my number line and think about the hundreds. 361 fits between, and that would be 300 and 400, with the halfway number being 350. I will place 361 here on the number line. I can see it has gone past the halfway number, so I will round 361 to 400. I'm going to do the same thing with 212 minutes, what she read the second week of the readathon. So over here, I will make another number line, rounding 212 to the nearest 100. 212 would be between 200 and 300, with the halfway number being 250. 212 would be about here on the number line. 212 has not gone past the halfway number, so I will round down to 200. I am being asked again to find the total amount. So when I find the total amount, I add 400 plus 200 is 600. So in the first 2 weeks, she spends about 600 minutes reading. Letter B. Estimate the total amount of time Dina reads during the readathon by rounding in a different way. Well, I can also round 361 minutes and 212 minutes to the nearest 10, and that will give me a different way of rounding. So I'm going to start again with 361 minutes. This time, instead of thinking about the hundreds they fit between, I'm going to think about the tens 361 fits between, and that would be 360 and 370, with 365 being the halfway number. 361 would be about here on the number line. So if I were going to round, I can see it's not past the halfway number, so I will round 361 down to 360. I'm also going to round 212 to the nearest 10. So over here is my number line for 212. Thinking about the tens, 212 fits between is 210 and 220, with 215 being the halfway number. 212 would fit here on the number line. Again, 212 has not gone past the halfway number, so I will round 212 down to 210. Looking back at the question, I am being asked to find the total amount. So when I find the total, I need to add. If I add 360 plus 210, I will get 550 minutes. So still estimating, just in a different way. Letter C. Calculate the actual number of minutes that Dina reads during the readathon. Which method of rounding was more precise? Why? So this time I'm going to find the actual number of minutes using a standard algorithm, 361 minutes plus 212 minutes. 1 plus 2 is 3. 6 plus 1 is 5. 3 plus 2 is 5. So she read about 550 minutes. I want to look and see, is that closer to 600 or is that closer to 550? If if I think about 553, I know that is closer to 550 than it is to 600. So I will say rounding to the nearest 10 was more precise because my answer was closer.